Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Always Open. On today's show we're going to be playing a game of Cupidity, doing a new little segment called Improve My Profile, where we take someone's dating profile and try to help them out, talking about what movie, show, or game helped shape who you are today, and doing questions from our box of issues. This week. We always have a different one. I'm your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and I got some friends with me this week.
Hi, I don't know what Carol.
That one!
Okay. Hi, I'm Autumn Farrell.
James DeAngelis.
That's me, James DeAngelis.
Oh wow, two of you.
Two of us.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me now.
That was a very professional intro.
What?
I'm looking for a new job.
Oh, okay.
So,
We're hiring.
trying to get better at speaking. Not here.
Oh.
Actually.
Where?
All right.
Well, welcome, guys.
Sorry, I said I wasn't going to bit the whole time.
No,
we were
that's
bidding.
okay. You're
And there's
being
no one here
fun.
to bit back to you.
Just him against himself the whole time.
Guys, you're making me fucking nervous.
It's cold.
Well, I'm very happy to have you guys here. We had Steven and Kib on a couple months ago
Yeah, and it's
for
great.
a special episode we did where we dressed up as them.
Yeah.
Did not dress up as you guys this time.
Oh, we didn't?
That's a little
I
disappointing.
feel like I did.
Well, we're
A little bit.
similar. I was going to wear my Apple Watch, and you didn't wear your white
I
Vans.
feel like I dressed up like you because I have makeup on, if anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the Barbara costume. Just
Yeah,
put makeup
makeup.
on. And you're me. Well, I'm glad that we could get you guys to complete the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're glad.
Yeah, we're glass.
All right, well, let's do our shot. This is the wedding cake shot.
Do you take a lemon after?
Yes.
Yes. So it's
Oh, there's fucking
submitted.
sugar on it.
Yeah.
There is. It's submitted by Veronica L. And it's got amaretto and vanilla vodka, and it has a sugar-covered lemon as a chaser.
My mouth is like
Oh.
watering.
I
Are
know.
you trying to give me a fucking migraine?
Let's
I get
find out.
Diabetes.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. To always Erpen.
Yay.
That was delicious. Here comes the best part.
I like that.
Dude, I do that too. That's such a fucking Mexican thing.
Okay, what the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
excuse
half
me.
Mexican.
Blood sisters over here.
I didn't know you were Mexican.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
bonded
Farrell.
over it.
Yeah, I know. I have the whitest white person name.
Autumn Farrell. Yeah. Are you related to Will Ferrell?
No.
Spelled different.
Funny
Oh,
story.
right.
My
Completely different spellings.
My girlfriend's mom went to high school with Will Ferrell.
Did she really?
Yeah, same high school.
Did
I
you
think
have
he was
Will?
like 2 years, either 2 years above or 2 years below.
Is he cool in real life? Did you know?
Donar.
All right.
Dinar. Well, I'm very happy to have you guys on.
Yeah, that was a nasty shot.
For our audience who might not know you guys, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves and who you are and where you come from and your greatest fears and
story.
Sure. So we're the other two members of Sugar Pine 7, which is a hit reality show on MTV. And yeah, I'm the other member with Kib and Steve, and then Autumn is our fabulous editor.
That's true.
the token girl.
Yeah,
She's the girl in the group.
kind of.
I'm so sorry.
Kind of.
Steven's
the girl.
the group, actually. Yeah.
When did you join Sugar Pine 7?
I actually started editing for them like 2 months, I think, into them doing stuff, but I wasn't officially like hired until, I'm trying to remember. It was whenever Steve put out that video of me. That's when they
yeah.
like
I
think it was
officially hired
May.
me.
I remember
Why we
seeing-
hired Autumn. Right?
There was a video, I remember this is the first time I ever saw you in a video, and you were showing Steve your house or apartment or something
Yeah,
like that,
that's
and it
it.
was just a mattress on the floor.
And
And a
an
fucking,
Anubis.
and then a
Anubis.
fucking shrine to Anubis in the corner. And I had like, I was watching that, I was like,
Joke.
I was like, what?
We knew each other from
Yeah, we knew each other from
Source. Yeah.
Source. And I was just
Okay.
like, I was like,
You're like, who?
did you set that up as like
No,
for the
did you?
video?
No, that's just real.
That's
I-
just Real? me.
Yeah. Well, I'm very into like meditating. So I have like my little altar where I like sit and then I meditate in front of it. It's very
isn't he-
zen and fun.
Isn't he the god of death?
Well,
just
technically.
army?
So
Or the god of army? Of the US Army?
in ancient Egypt. yes, he's the god of army.
Has a shrine to the President of the United States up.
Well, then
Praise
there's
to it.
a whole thing where they're like, "What do you ask him for?" And I think you just say
yeah.
like dreams. You're like, you just
dreams.
have the one dream. Like,
Oh, what
one
was it? The
thing.
Salamander Man.
Dude, that was peak SP7.
Yeah.
All downhill from there.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that and thinking, she set that up right for the video.
No,
And no one
that
would
was
ever
real.
answer me.
No,
And
but
you know
then-
what? You know what's sad is that air mattress popped, and I was just
No, it
sleeping.
wasn't even a real
I was
mattress.
just sleeping on the ground for like 4 months.
Are you in a better living situation now?
I am now,
Okay.
yeah, which is good.
Thank
And
goodness.
Sugar daddy.
No, that's true.
Well,
It's
Sugar
me.
Pine pays the bill, so it's
Yeah.
a sugar daddy.
Exactly.
That's what we were talking about.
Makes sense.
So, yeah.
Sorry,
You also said he
you're
was
attacking
hot.
me.
Right?
A what now?
That's what you said he was hot.
Oh, Anubis.
Said Anubis was
Oh, I mean, he is.
He's got muscles.
Have you, yeah, he's fucking
ripped.
shredded. That's like
got
when
a-
you see Jesus on the cross and you're like, okay.
I can get into this.
Yeah, I'm into
Yeah, but
that.
Anubis has a dog face.
Exactly.
So what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Some
Let's
people are
move on.
into that.
All right.
James.
Sorry.
Okay, well, we're gonna do a little icebreaker game that we call Cupidity. We've taken a bunch of questions from OkCupid
Sweet.
that they use on their dating site when they're asking people to sign up, and we're gonna ask them to each of you, one at a time,
Okay.
rapid
Do it.
fire style.
Let's do it. I have a
Autumn, you
very-
want to go first?
You have to
Yeah.
answer every single one.
I wasn't listening at all, but let's
She
do
goes.
it.
I'm just gonna ask you questions.
Okay.
You basically answer with the first thing that comes.
Quickly, if you need help, I'll tell you the answer to say.
Okay. Don't ever. All right.
Are we ready with our timer?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, Autumn?
Yeah.
All right, and go. Do you think humans have ever enough respect for the Earth's other species?
That doesn't make sense. Wait. Oh no. Yeah. No. No. Probably not.
Did you ever have a goth phase?
I did actually.
Suppose you're driving and you hit an animal. You don't know how badly it's hurt. Do you stop and look or keep driving?
I'd stop. Well, it depends on how big it is. I hit a bird one time and like blood exploded all over the thing. And I didn't stop, so nope.
Oh, well,
Perfect
only got
timing.
through 3 questions.
Questions.
I'll do one more. Were you in love with the first person you ever slept with?
No.
No?
Fuck no.
Yeah, me
Right,
neither.
guys?
No, I was like madly in love with the first person I slept with. It was my first
Really
boyfriend.
nice.
Yeah.
I like really just wanted to lose my virginity and get it over with. So I
Yeah.
was like, you.
How old?
I was 19. So I was
Okay.
kind of older. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about the goth phase. When was that?
Oh.
1973?
Yeah, around then.
Got a wine from that year. It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That was like when I was in high school. I'm trying to remember what year. Probably like my junior year. I went from like scene to like goth, and then I was only in the goth phase for a little bit, and then I went to like a punk phase. And now I
What's your
don't
phase
know.
now?
I was just trying to think of that. I don't know.
Grunge phase, maybe?
Grunge.
Barbara's
just like
dirty?
take a shower.
Like grungy, like
Grunge is a style that's very in nowadays.
you wear the boots.
Boots
I
and
have
the-
one outfit.
Yep.
I don't know what phase that is.
It's in. This is like grungy with the plaid and like the chokers.
All right,
and the
Kurt
boots.
Cobain, calm down.
Yeah, man, I'm like all grunge all the time, you know, bringing it back, me and Autumn.
I think I'm like normcore. That's probably,
Okay, that's not a thing. Normcore. I think I'm fucking Norm Macdonald core.
That's definitely a thing.
What is your style?
I mean, like hip hop mixed with like grunge, cause like I wear different like styles every day, kind of like
Yeah.
I actually really like your shirts. I fucking love the shirt so
you.
much.
I've always thought you were very stylish.
Yeah.
I like style.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
trying
stuff
new
that-
shit too. I used to like not experiment with clothing, and then I bought my first pair of skinny jeans, and then that was the beginning.
Changed everything.
And then I bought my first
Sweet.
long form, like long fitting shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's longer, with like the scoop on the bottom, and it's like the only type of shirt I like to wear.
Really?
Except for this one isn't.
Your style from like SourceFed to Sugar Pine is very different. I
Yeah.
feel.
What'd you wear at SourceFed?
Just more normal clothes.
Just like hoodies.
Like cargo shorts, cargo
No.
pants,
No, not cool.
Or like classic stuff.
any kind
Just
of cargo
like-
stuff.
normal shit, like
you
a normal
really,
shirt.
really
and
want to know about
pants.
the cargo?
I,
got a lot of
I
pockets.
cargo underwear. So what do I do? What I would do is I'd keep my. I had a series of blades that I'd keep for anything I might need to sever, and then I had a package of gum that I'd never opened. It was my lucky pack. And what I would do with that gum is I would never open it because it was my lucky pack. Sorry, it's happening.
You can't help it.
So you want to ask me questions?
Keep going. Yeah, we could ask you some questions.
Oh my god.
I kind of wanted to see how far that would go.
It would have kept going.
I wanted to, because I just wanted to ask what was in every single pocket. And just keep going.
Well, see, there were 18 pockets.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Stop doing that.
All right, James, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Ready with the timer? All right, and go. Have you ever secretly sniffed an undergarment of someone you had a crush on but were not sexually involved with?
No.
Are you kinky?
Eh.
All right. Have you ever, when you are alone, secretly tried to move stuff with your mind?
Yes.
Okay. If a close friend doesn't call you for a week, do you start worrying that they hate you?
No.
Did America really put a man on the moon?
You see, kids, this is what this is the point we're at right now. We don't know what's true, right? Nobody knows what's true. So you figure that out for your own head, in your own mind, and you stick by it.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah, we put a guy in the
Love.
Yeah, we did.
Nervous.
So
Or we didn't.
You don't know if you're kinky?
It's all about like how you feel.
Yeah.
In the mood, right? It's like sometimes I want to do something a little bit more kinky.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done? If you're okay talking about it. If you don't respond, I'll guess that you are not okay talking about it. All right.
That was like the video we just put up, and you're like, have you guys ever done anything freaky, you and Lauren? You're like, we eat dinner together every night.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You're like, I accidentally slapped her ass one time.
He said yesterday, we were talking about slapping someone's ass, and he kept saying hitting their ass. I just imagine him like donkey punching someone in the ass. That can be laugh so hard. Oh, God. That's kinky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, partly I don't want to talk about things because everybody knows I'm talking about Lauren.
Well, no, that's why I want to respect her privacy
Yeah,
too.
exactly, yeah.
Because it's like that's the nature of the show. It's like we get to talk about whatever we want, but
Yeah.
the people know that we're with don't get to
Yeah.
They
say
don't get to
anything.
consent.
Exactly.
And
That being said, tell us everything about Bruce.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, he's got the widest fucking just.
Foot.
Thank you. I couldn't think of a single part of
he
the
just has
human
one
body.
really big
Yeah.
foot.
He has to get his
But
shoes
two,
made
but
special.
but he's got two legs still.
But I do.
So
like
it comes down like that, and then
legs
connects
still?
it to this, connects to the same just wide ass foot.
I don't know why, but
And it's like this. It's like.
still talking about the foot. No.
No, I was talking about the Man on the Moon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
How do you guys go on dates with his one white foot?
I mean-
do you kind of hobble him?
Yeah, we just like, I
She
put
rides him like a pogo stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, he's got mad hops.
He's got great height. He can hit it really well.
He's got mad hops. Also, when you started going wide, I just like the idea of a chode. Every time we
Yeah,
talk about it, it's
a
just
very short but wide chode.
so wide.
Is that actually a thing?
I don't know.
chode?
Like,
No,
obviously not.
well, a chode, yeah.
Where it's like wider than it is long, right? That's a.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it necessarily has to be wider than it is long because I feel like that's might
What's
be
a
physically
chode?
impossible.
What's a chode?
No.
Yeah,
like,
just a thick, shorter dick. Yeah, just
Like
a,
a
Oh, okay.
cinder block.
yeah, kind of like
So
a,
the man that we were talking about earlier, is he a chode? Does he have a chode? Yeah. He was
It's
telling
like
me
this
about a
cup.
little tiny penis.
Okay.
it's like this
chode
cup
cup.
would be a chode.
Gotcha.
I feel like that doesn't.
Yeah,
Is a shot glass a chode?
No, that's that's
No.
unfortunate.
What's a chode?
Like,
What
We've
is
said
a
it. We've
chode?
said it about 12 times now.
yeah.
I'm trying to get around the philosophical meaning.
I don't think
Okay,
I've
imagine
ever
a
seen
dick
Draw it for you.
that's very thick.
we
Imagine
get
a
our
dick that's
whiteboards
very
out?
thick, right?
Okay.
It's not too long though. Because there's a thing called proportion. So
Thicker
it's
than
like,
it is. I
It
thought
should
was
be.
thicker than it is long.
Yeah, but I don't think that's physically possible. Because if it was,
I guess.
think about like a thickness. Like if it was this thick,
circle.
it was this thick, that means that it would be barely more than an inch
Yeah.
long, hard. So that's probably not
It's like a
possible.
deflated balloon. It's not hard.
And then
like
it
a
makes the
cube.
noise. It's like,
God.
yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I've
Let's
only
move
ever
on.
seen like pencil dick. Sorry, I'm not ready to move on. I've
That's
never
the only
seen
kind of
chode.
dick you've ever seen.
Only. No.
My least favorite thing in the world is I'll be like, I'm watching porn, right? And the dick is bad.
What do you like
Turns
that?
you off. Is
It's
it worse
just-
than if like
It's
the-
not like that I'm like, oh, I can't get into this because I'm not attracted to dick, but it just, if it's weird looking, I can't,
Well,
I get
it's-
too like, that's a weird dick.
I'm the same way.
You know what I
where
mean?
If I'm watching porn, I only enjoy it if like the girl's attractive.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
if-
Well, same.
I don't watch straight porn, like, ever.
Really?
Yeah, the guys are always disgusto.
I haven't watched it in a while actually, but
Yeah,
when
I actually
I
haven't either.
did dabble more, I was very particular. I always
Yeah.
liked to have like the guy didn't matter to me as much. It was like I wanted the girl to be good looking.
Yeah.
That's what I look for too in a porn.
But then yeah, weird penises.
Weird penises because they're weird. And I don't want to look at a weird dick.
What's weird in your mind? Like
I don't
bending
wanna-
weird or colored weird?
Oh, if it's like bent to a way that it's like you had an accident and just like waited out the injury, like you just didn't go to the doctor and it just like you let it heal on its own and it healed wrong or
Is that a
something.
type of porn? Can you find like specifically like bent dick porn?
I'm sure you could.
Crooked cock.
Crooked cock.
I think that is the
R/crooked
typical term.
cock.
There's space
I
dicks.
guarantee you there
What?
is a
What's space
subreddit.
dick?
Have you never been to
Yeah, space
the
dicks is
r
fucked up.
slash space
No,
dicks?
what is it?
Please, if you're at home, do not
Or do,
go to this area of
you-
the internet.
if you're dangerous.
Is it in the
like
deep
me.
web?
It's basically like you think that you've seen weird dicks, and then
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, not interested.
Yeah, r/space dicks. Don't go to it.
It was typed in space
Okay.
ducks. That would be way better than space dicks. It's not
Space dicks.
working. Is it just space dicks?
You're not allowed to do that.
It says looks like there's nothing to see.
Is it you put Reddit/r/
Yeah.
space dicks?
Space dicks.
That's
We
what it
don't-
is, right, guys?
Booth? Anybody? Booth?
I think it's space dicks.
Maybe they got rid of it.
Yeah, doesn't work anymore.
Oh, maybe they
That
got rid of it.
is so much. I'm
Oh
worried
yeah,
for
the
you.
vaping. For those counting at home, that's number 1. All right, Meryl, you ready?
Give it to me.
Oh, I shall.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm trying to figure.
The lights.
Yeah, we need the
Are you ready? Okay.
Who
You
Wants to
ready?
Be a Millionaire
Question
music.
for 10
Ba-ba-bum. And go. How would you feel if someone called you good girl or good boy during sex? No. Okay. Do you care whether or not humanity survives beyond your own lifetime?
If I have kids, maybe.
Do you maybe? Do you have conversations with your pets?
No.
As a-
Yes, I don't have a. Yeah, yes.
Okay. As an adult,
Every question, I can't answer it.
as an adult, have you ever cried just to get what you wanted,
No. But I do cry all the time, so
just not to get what you want?
it's just constant.
Let's go back to this good girl thing. You like being called good girl during sex?
No, I guess I just didn't understand any of the question. Maybe it was your accent.
The thing about good girl is there's like 3 reasons why you would be called good girl or someone would call you 3 girls. There's like 3 like kinks that would like play into, I think.
Which one are they?
There's like a very just like dominant and submissive thing, right? And then there's like a dog. Like if you were like, I don't know. like,
The classic
you know what I mean?
kink of
Good
being a
girl
dog.
or something. And then the third one's weird.
What's weird about?
Like a daddy thing.
Oh, okay. No, I see that.
Yeah.
See,
Like a
I
little
like the
girl.
submissive thing, which is why I think like I don't mind being called good girl.
Yeah.
If I'm doing
Me either.
something, or good boy.
No,
Good boy.
Good girl.
Have you ever been called good boy during sex?
It's not something I'm like after though. I'm not like striving to reach that point.
Not yet.
I'm pretty happy sexually.
Do you think after you get
okay
married,
boy.
maybe?
Yeah. I'm just okay boy.
Decent boy right now.
And you said if you have kids, maybe that you would care if humanity survives after your own lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, after I'm dead, right? I don't really care.
That's my mentality. Although if like people you still care about are alive.
Yeah. I would hate to be like, I would hate to go out in it. Like if my last day was on this earth because giant meteorite strikes, like that would suck. But like 2 days after I'm gone, if I die of natural causes at like 90, I think I'm cool
Then
with
it's
it.
okay. Yeah, if I'm that
Cool to
old.
see where humanity got to though.
They won't get very far.
Okay.
So before we move on, I wanted to bring
Are
up.
we not gonna?
Oh yeah, me.
It's your turn. It's your turn, Barbara.
I always try to get out of it.
Mama.
Murmur.
Are you ready? All right, and go. Do you have the kind of body that's so hot it turns heads?
No.
Which of the following senses do you find sexiest? Sight, smell, taste, hearing, or touch?
Touch.
When you are alone, how often do your own actions make you laugh?
All the time.
Is it possible to love someone you don't even like?
No.
If you had to live through an entire year of either darkness or daylight, which would you choose?
Daylight.
You had to live in Alaska.
All daylight.
What time of the year would you go?
I would get so depressed if I lived in darkness my entire life.
Dude.
You'd also,
Me too.
I think the world would turn into chaos.
I think so
It
too.
was just all darkness.
Yeah.
I'm from Phoenix, so I'm used to like brightness all the time. And I lived in Boston for a year and a half, and I was so depressed because it like during the winter, the light comes out at like 10, and then it gets dark at 4. I was just like, murder me. And it's
Yeah.
gray and snowy all the time. You're from Boston, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're a northern boy, right?
I
Yeah.
was born in Boston.
Yeah.
Do you live there very long?
I lived there till I was 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of shape to you are? A little bit?
Yeah. I think I have a semi. Part of me is like an East Coast mentality.
Yeah, you seem like an East Coast guy to me.
But I love LA.
Yeah.
So.
Who doesn't?
Smoke weed every day. Like the Dr. Dre song.
Oh, yeah.
Your straw made the worst noise.
No, that was my.
It was your
Snort.
straw.
The question. James has been farting a whole bunch right before the show, and I'm really hoping it happens on
I'm
the
not.
show.
I'd be good without it.
I redacted them.
Oh.
Well, they're vinyl seats too, so the fart would just like bounce off.
It was.
You just need to pop up a little bit.
No, it'd bounce off back up my ass.
And come out your mouth?
Whoa,
We'll see.
too far, too far.
Remember that episode of South Park?
No.
You guys watch South Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Cartman bets? I think he bets like Kyle that he could, if he eats food through his ass, that he could shit out
Oh
of his
yeah,
mouth.
so they're shitting out their
He's
mouth in the trash can. Oh,
I don't know why, but that really did not sit well with me just now.
It's not a good thing.
No.
To imagine.
Yeah.
Think about it,
Nothing.
Barb.
Nothing
Chew on it
with my asshole.
with your asshole.
What's
Did
the
you ever-
closest your guys' mouth has ever been to poop?
A matter of
Could that be
millimeters.
a weekly question we have
I
on
didn't
this
even
show?
say it grammatically correct.
What's the close your ass is if your
mouth has ever been
in
to
a
poo. No, that's a grammatically correct question.
I mean, isn't there always poop in your colon?
I
pretty
heard
much?
that like your toothbrush always has like fecal matter on it because it's in the bathroom, and like when you flush the toilet, like poop sprays.
Oh, on a molecular level.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I'm not worried
More
about
concerned
it.
about
I mean,
that.
I've been pretty
honestly.
close to some guys' butts before.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Like,
Yeah, and
but I don't know if
a
there's
woman.
been butt. I don't know if there's been poop in there.
Probably.
Probably.
There's usually shit on almost every dick.
Yeah. Oh, there was one time I was young.
What? Hold on. What?
I decided to just breeze past that, and I don't know why.
Hold on. Pause.
Just a joke. Just a joke.
Okay, go on.
We'll come back to that.
You'll never know.
Are you okay?
I guess there was a
Shitting.
time where I was young and I dropped something behind the toilet, and I went to go pick it up, and you know how like your head gets real close to the toilet if you're like leaning down. And
You
Yeah.
accidentally
no, there was still
Gulped.
poop in that toilet,
no.
Ew.
but not mine.
you gulped the.
What the fuck?
I think it was like my brother's or something like that.
Why was there still shit in the
I
toilet?
just didn't flush.
Boys are so gross.
So are girls
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have to grow up with girls though. I just grew up with 2 boys, so
Yeah.
and they were fucking disgusting all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Girls' restrooms are fucking
They
disasters.
smell just not
Like
good.
hot ass.
It's true.
Yeah.
I always talk about this, but our fucking girls' bathroom here is the most disgusting thing I've ever been into.
It smells
The
like
guys' bathroom here is not bad.
You should walk into the girls.
good.
Literally every
No.
toilet is just covered in shit
Covered.
all the time.
This
Talk about that.
episode of Always Open is brought to you by BioClarity. Finding the right skincare routine is super important. Taking great care of your skin can boost your energy and radiance. I love using BioClarity. It makes my skin feel super soft and look really healthy. BioClarity delivers glowing, clear skin by reducing redness and boosting your natural beauty. You could use it twice daily without worrying about excess irritation, and there's no harsh chemicals. BioClarity is packed with clarifying botanicals and new Floralux. It's naturally derived from chlorophyll, yes, the green stuff plants need, and is proven to soothe away blemishes. BioClarity is delivered straight to you and is an easy-to-use 3-step skincare ritual that's 100% vegan plus gluten and cruelty-free. Use the 3 steps, cleanse, treat, and restore to take care of your skin. BioClarity also offers a skin smoothie with Hydrate. It's a lightweight, breathable moisturizer designed for even the most sensitive skin. Start a healthy habit and get glowing, clear skin. Just go to bioclarity.com. Our listeners will get their first month for only $9.95 plus free shipping. That's a $20 savings. And it comes with 100% risk-free money-back guarantee, but you need to enter our code OPEN. That's bioclarity.com and use the code OPEN. Thank you, BioClarity. What's going on over here?
Mariel just ruined my life.
What did she show
You
you?
just had to show me.
Did you find space?
Well, Texas sent it to me. And at first I didn't know what it
This
was.
is you?
dare you?
Googling this was you?
I googled it, and that's what came up in images. It was the first picture.
Did we see it? Might have to edit that out.
We can blur
Look,
it
check
out.
this out. Check this
Show
out.
it this way.
This is what it looked like. 2 heads of a penis,
Why are they like that?
I don't know.
What are they doing to
It
each
was
other?
very upsetting.
Why is it so open?
69ing.
They're scissoring.
Dude, that looks like a
Scissoring.
Yeah.
That looks like a fucking two pigs' hooves just next to each other, like holding hands. God.
Is this what you were talking about?
I mean,
Get it out of my fucking face, Mariel.
Is
Is this what you meant?
That's the kind of weird shit on that on that subreddit. Hey, you still sure you're a lesbian?
Yeah, of course. Why would that
one
change my
didn't
mind? Fuck.
Dicks are weird, man.
They like had to cut those open though.
Yeah, there's no way they're just like that.
Those are slick dicks.
Slit dicks, dick.
I'm upset. We gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, before we move on to our next segment, we want to ask Autumn something. She was talking about something that she was
Yes.
in her earlier days.
Yeah.
A reference that I've never heard.
Never heard of it before. We were in the makeup room getting our makeup done. She was getting her makeup done.
Could you remind us of what it was called?
Yeah, so I said that in high school, and I wish I had a better phrase for it, but I don't.
It's the best phrase for it.
Yeah.
That I was prison gay. So
In high school, you were prison gay. Okay.
yeah, and
It was a prison
Barbara,
in high school.
what does prison gay mean?
Prison gay means that you were someone's bitch. If I had to
Or that
guess,
someone
like
was her bitch.
okay,
one of the two. There was some bitch going on.
some bitch
some-
like dynamic was happening.
Some bitch
Yeah.
dynamic. Either you were someone's bitch or someone was your bitch.
Okay.
And you weren't actually into them, but you got some benefit from them.
Okay.
Like a
That would,
protector.
that would be my guess.
That'd
A
be your
protector
guess.
or like someone who like helped you with
You exchange sex for protection
Yeah.
in
I do
school.
that now.
protection.
I do that now.
Yeah, that's wrong. But I appreciate the really long, thought out guess.
Do you know what
Close.
prison gay is?
Well, what I think is that I think, women who get into prison and they don't have any other option just start sleeping with other women, right? It's like when men, they're not necessarily gay, but they're like, well.
Oh, I would just jerk off or not worry about it.
Really? If you were in there for the rest of your life.
But I mean, the human contact, I think, is something that you're discounting. Like the ability to
Just like a touch, a
be
breeze,
touched by someone or touch someone, be held
a
by
gentle
someone.
caress.
A whisper.
I don't agree.
A light whispering.
I simply don't agree.
Fair enough. Agree to disagree.
You're very close.
Okay.
And actually, that's exactly what it was. So you weren't very close. You're right.
Is it you went to an all-girls school?
No. So I went to
All guys school.
a high school, like an arts high school, and it was a fake high school. I didn't learn a goddamn thing. And there was like 200 people in the entire school, and it was all super hot girls and like 3 guys, and 2 of them were gay, and the not gay one was like a fucking weirdo. So it's kind of like I'm in high school and I have hormones, so I'm gonna have sex, but I didn't want to have sex with any of the guys, so
So you just went for the girls?
yeah.
So did you lose your virginity technically to a woman?
I guess technically. I don't know. For some reason, I never count. Like, that's why I said I lost my virginity when I was 19, because that's the first time I slept with a guy.
You had intercourse.
Yes, had intercourse with a man that I didn't know.
He wasn't a
very well.
boy.
I mean, kind of.
He was
Not yet a woman.
Not yet a woman. Still not a boy. Haven't
Yeah.
been home all day.
Yeah.
I love that song. I love that song. I love how it
My favorite Britney Spears song.
Yep. Did you date any women after high school?
No, I didn't. So, like, actually, my first girlfriend, I actually really liked her a lot. But the second girl I dated was just kind of like, I guess I'm doing this now. And I was like, I guess I'm a lesbian now? I don't know.
I like the nonchalant.
Yeah, just like, all right.
Yeah, and
now
then
it's Tuesday.
we broke up, and I was like, no, not that. And
You're
then,
like, I probably wasn't.
I know, looking back on that, I'm like,
You're what we
weird.
would call a has-been.
There we go. Yeah, I knew there was a word for that.
Real
I
term.
never heard of that.
I
Did you
guess
just coin
so.
that right now?
Yeah, 100%. Put it in Urban Dictionary. I said it first.
Yep.
I don't believe you.
Well,
Well, believe it,
Yeah, you
baby.
can't. I think it's a thing people use. I don't know. I'm not like, I don't care that much as other people do. A lot of people get really upset about those kinds of things and just think it's stupid.
Yeah, people go
Yeah.
through like different changes too.
Yeah.
Like, you could feel like a certain way at one point in your life, and that changes.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
all
totally
about
fine.
change and
It
growing.
does. It
Yes.
is.
Maybe Tyler and I will get married one day.
Do you guys have like a blood pact where it's like if you're not married by the time you're like 45, you're gonna marry?
Well, he's
each other?
already 45, so
By the time you're
time's
45.
ticking. Maybe.
Sorry, what?
Wow, Texas.
You all right over there?
Go ahead and
We're filming.
All
Quiet on set.
right, well, we're going to do a new segment
Thanks,
with you
Autumn.
guys.
You're welcome.
Yes, now that we know what prison gay means.
Now you know.
Thank you for educating
You're
us.
welcome. The more you know.
We're going to do a new segment called Improve My Profile. We've asked a couple of our listeners, if you've heard on the last couple shows, we wanted people to send in their dating profile. So their photos and a bio that they currently have up, and if they're having trouble maybe finding a significant other or finding dates or anything like that. And so we're going to use our personal expertise and
Yes,
advice.
as all.
I'm actually really excited for this one.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
me
is,
too.
I think another thing that we haven't really said or thought of is that a lot of people can probably find dates by watching this show.
Oh,
They can see
yeah.
someone and be like, I'm attracted to that person. How do I get in touch?
I'm sure that will happen because I think that our first candidate who we have, very cute, very
Very cute.
lovely, sounds like an absolute joy.
Yeah. What does she say about herself?
Let's find out. So our first person that we're gonna try out is Amy.
Boom.
She's 21 and from the UK. And she wrote to us, I've been single for about 3.5 years now. Help a gay out.
Help a gay out. Autumn, why we have you here?
My turn.
All right, so she is a forensic anthropology graduate,
Smart.
gig goer, PlayStation player, amateur guitar player, and singer. That's all wonderful. I don't know what ISTJ, that's like personality test?
I think so.
Myers-Briggs
It's
stuff.
what? Introverted,
Sensing
sexy, too tall,
Something like that.
Jew.
Jesus.
Oh no.
I don't actually know what they mean, but she's also a Gemini and a Hufflepuff,
I'm a
as she
Gemini.
specifies. Around 5'6", and she's aiming to be out of the single market before the UK. Can't be here for a good time. Oh, and a long time. What's the expiration date on a good time?
Didn't get that
HMU, hit me up.
And no smoke.
Inside? Hit me up
Apparently.
inside?
Hit me up inside. First of all, I wouldn't advertise that I was a Gemini.
Do you feel it's
I'm
weird
a Gemini.
when people put their
crazy.
horoscope sign?
I wouldn't care. I don't care. I think, first of all, I think the description's way too long. Mm-hmm. But again, I've been in a relationship for 3 years, so what do I know?
I like the idea of knowing that someone is like a guitar player and singer. I think that's a really cool aspect to someone's
but
personality.
What if the style they play is
Is not into what you're into.
Egyptian
Bandwagoning.
bandwagon? Sorry, my mind turned off. I don't get the can't be here for a good time and a long time. So she wants a moderately long relationship.
No, she wants to have a good time while she's alive. She's not trying to be boring.
Maybe
Seems
she's
like-
implying that she like doesn't want someone who's only here for a good time because she wants someone for the long term.
Oh.
So she's implying that like if you want both.
See, I wouldn't have gotten that from that.
Yeah, that's
So
a little
the first,
confusing.
the first thing
yeah.
I think that you need to do, Amy, is be better at writing that. And then I think you're on your way.
What would you suggest? How should she trim that down?
We also have some pictures of her. Look, you got a full body picture.
Okay, very
That's
nice.
a good.
Yeah.
That's
Cute
a good
outfit.
picture.
Yeah, looking
looks
good.
good. Hair looks good. Mm-hmm. We blurred out who
Your friend.
Did we blur that out or did she blur
we
that out?
blurred it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we wanted to
We don't- yeah.
protect people's privacy.
I like the hot dog shirt.
Yeah, it's a good shirt. Oh, I like that.
It's a
That's
good,
a good
picture.
photo.
Good picture.
You got good lighting. You got a clean room in the back for the most
Yeah.
part, right? No.
Got good hair.
Is there any other pictures? No,
That's
that's
it.
it. All good pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pictures.
I would say something I always worry about with dating profile photos, and I've told this to Tyler before,
Yes.
is that if you're like, because she is gay, so I assume she's looking for other women, don't have other women in your photo. Because that could be
Misleading.
that?
an ex-girlfriend, or
Yeah.
someone could assume it's someone like that, and it could be misleading, and it's like
And it also
intimidating.
might even think like, of the 3 pictures you chose, one of them had another girl in it. Do you only like, you're always around other girls to the point where it's like it could be intimidating or something, like you're always with so many girls and blah blah blah, or like, you know?
Yeah, it could definitely be something that people look for, or don't look for, rather.
Yeah.
I would say also add some like more smiling pictures.
Yeah.
You're very
Yeah.
beautiful, and I think show off your smile. Something a little more fun. A lot
Yeah,
of selfies going on here.
I don't necessarily agree with that because, like, I think it just depends on each person and how they like to express themselves in pictures. Like, I don't always like smile really big in pictures. In fact, I usually don't. I usually do like kind of like a straight face thing or like a little smile
That's
and
true.
stuff. I
You're
don't
more
ever like do like a big smile with like my teeth and stuff. So
I guess, yeah, dealer's choice, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
I think the photos are good, though.
I think so too.
Those are good photos.
I was thinking maybe like if you add a little bit about what you're looking for,
Yeah.
that might help people because
yeah.
it's kind of what you are, and that's good. But like
Maybe like
someone's
half and
like,
half,
"Oh, sure."
half and half it, like, because the
Yeah.
only thing that it seems like you're looking for someone else is somebody, and again, that last line is a little hard
It's
to
a little
follow.
confusing.
It can't be here for a good time and a long time. What's the expiration date on a good time? And yeah, it's a witty thing, but it also like is a little bit like, obviously I'm having a hard time understanding it, and I'm really smart. But yeah, just maybe,
It's a little confusing.
yeah.
What's the thing about height? Why do people do that? Why do people put height in
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of maybe a little bit more of a shallow thing, but when I was on dating apps, I always appreciated when people had their height because I'm tall, and me being a little more insecure about that thing, I like dating guys that are taller than me. So it's almost one of those things where you like to know how tall someone is going into it, because you don't want to go on a date with someone who you might not be physically attracted to once you get there, and then it's like you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I understand the height thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think putting what you're interested in, maybe not completely limiting yourself though,
Yeah.
because if someone reads that and they're like, oh, that's not really what I am, I
Right.
shouldn't bother.
Yeah.
I think too, if you're looking for something like serious, like say that, or if you're looking for something not super serious, say that. Like even that just helps people feel like, because someone who's like not looking for something serious, that'll help you filter those people out anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And I would say maybe put more of what you like doing. Like you put PlayStation player and guitar player and stuff, but do you like going hiking, or do you like, I don't know, just more stuff that you like doing maybe with yourself or a significant other? Because people like picturing you in their life, and if that jives well, it's always good.
Is this Tinder? This is Tinder, right?
This is actually our personal template.
Interesting.
We,
you guys
we have
made
our
it?
own dating
that's
app.
You can see our profiles on the side. There's B-Dunks, Friendly NM,
Yeah, I'm not sure what is that supposed to mean, Peyton?
Neighborhood Mariel.
Oh, hey!
Hey, you
Wow,
know it.
I'm a fucking idiot.
My favorite, and then you got TX Shares, which is Texas. And then my favorite one is Peyton, who's Chaboy
Chaboy.
at the bottom.
That's awesome.
Good. Yeah, hit us up. We're also on the always open dating app.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
looking for friends though.
Any other final thoughts for Amy?
I think you'll do great.
Yeah, Amy, you're real
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
so young too. Like
Yeah,
don't freak
21.
out. 21's young.
You get really lucky.
How old are you, Autumn?
I'm 23.
But yeah, I mean, literally, like, and it's so funny, like, thinking about the difference from being 21 and being 23. It
It
feels
is
like it's
huge, yeah.
miles apart,
Yeah,
even though
absolutely.
it's not.
Yeah.
But, like, to find a relationship that sticks for life or for a long period of time when you're that young, it's very rare. I've been with Lauren since I was 18. And, like, that's a very rare thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, that usually doesn't happen. And so don't be afraid to get out there, see different people. And then when you find that person, also don't be afraid to just go for it and be with them, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't want to have those thoughts like, oh, I should be dating other people, I'm too young. Like, that whole age relation to, like, relationships is just bullshit. Just do what makes you happy. If you want to see other people, see other people. If you want to be in a relationship that's serious, be in a relationship that's
But always be
serious.
very open with the people that you
Yeah,
are seeing.
absolutely.
Like if you are on these dating apps and like going on dates, I would always say be upfront of like
Yeah.
what you're into and what
For a
you're looking
second,
for.
I'm married with kids. On DVD.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Well, good luck, Amy.
Good luck, Amy. You
Let
got
us
this.
let us know how it goes.
Also,
I think that's
Hufflepuff.
one.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
I'm also a Ravenclaw.
I'm my
Really?
own.
Makes sense.
Good about
Interesting.
it.
That
I'm a
means we're very
Gryffindor.
smart.
I'm a hero at heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's cool.
Right.
The sword appears to me when I need it.
Yeah. Is it a space stick?
God, no.
The sword.
All right. Well, if you want to email us your dating profile stuff, you could email that to alwaysopen@roosterteeth.com. Just put improve my profile and your first name in there, just for us. All right. Well, let's move on to our next segment. This is a question submitted by Roy T. And Roy would like to know, Roy would like to know what movie / show / video game shaped who you've become today.
I have an answer, and that answer is The Office. I will always like point back to that show as when I used to watch it when I was like younger. I didn't really like get it, and then I remember like as I watched it more, it kind of started to shape like my humor and understanding of humor. And that's one of those shows that like I just have playing in the background like constantly.
I have noticed
Me
that
too.
it's like kind of like a dry humor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dry. Like it's very I don't know. That show is just incredibly well written, and that's not like the kind of humor that I definitely had like as a younger person.
Yeah.
But then like as you grow up with stuff like that, it kind of shapes your own sense.
Do you ever watch Parks and Rec?
I love Parks and Rec. Yeah.
I think The Office is prime TV.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
by far one of the best or the best comedy that has ever been on TV.
Have you ever seen the British Office?
I watched the first
yeah.
few episodes.
It's good, but it definitely like I don't know the American Office just found something. I think Steve Carell is just like unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was so good in that role, and like that's why when he left the show kind of like suffered a little bit, which
Yeah.
was sad. But they brought it back. For the
Yeah,
last
they
season.
still were able to like give the other characters
Yeah.
the time to shine a little bit more.
I think each of them are special in every way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley's like my favorite one.
Dude, Stanley's
The
awesome.
CPR training class.
Oh my
Where,
god.
where Dwight like cuts him and he's just, oh my god.
I need to sit down.
My favorite thing in the whole world.
Dude, that episode is so funny. It has one of the greatest cold opens ever where they're running around the office and they think everything's on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stanley has the heart attack and they do the CPR class. And then
Stanley!
it has
You're black, Stanley!
Barack is president!
Barack is president!
And then it has the roast of Michael Scott too,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is like
wow.
so funny.
That's a killer episode.
yeah, it's amazing.
There's so many good moments from The Office.
There
Yeah.
are.
When did that start?
2004.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was an older.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I guess like stuff that you watch nowadays still shapes who you are. Cause see, like for me, when I saw this question, I think more of things like The Simpsons, like shows that I watched growing up
Absolutely,
as a kid.
yeah.
I used to watch The Simpsons religiously, and I feel like that shaped so much of my humor. And like, I find a lot of like really stupid, silly things funny, and Simpsons was like definitely responsible for that. And like all these like dumb cartoons, South Park, and I watched a lot of like Friends as well.
Oh god, I love Friends. I just finished Friends for the first time.
First time?
Yeah,
All of it
I guess
through.
it's on Netflix.
all the way through.
It's a lot to watch. It's a lot to sit down and like.
Favorite character on 3. 1, 2, 3. Joey.
Yes.
I just said no.
I love Chandler too, but Joey.
Joey's fun.
Joey, well, it's just because like that's why I love Kib so much because it's like that stupid sense of humor.
Yeah.
I think that shit's so funny.
It's,
Dumb
like,
and Dumber
endearing.
is one of my favorite
I love
comedies
Dumb
of
and
all
Dumber.
time, and it actually kind of goes into my answer. Dumb and Dumber, I think, is one of the funniest movies of all time because you can't look at it as a stupid comedy. You have to look at it as, wow, they wrote and acted this so well that it seems like it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hilarious. And like, that's probably the comedy that I've watched the most my whole life growing up. And that style of humor is like Joey's kind of. It's like he's an idiot, and
Yeah.
like, but it doesn't get old. with
It's like
Joey.
the lovable goof.
Exactly, the lovable goof, and like fuck, I laugh like almost every time Joey says anything. I don't know why.
He has, I think, one of my favorite points, not to like only talk about specific moments in these television shows, but one of my favorite moments of television of all time is in an episode of Friends. It was the Thanksgiving episode, one of them, where they're all late to Monica's.
Yes,
and
that's
they
in-
stick
yeah.
their heads through the doors. And then you just see Joey's eyes go super wide, and he's like trying to convince her to let him.
Yeah, it's like don't look at him, don't look at him.
in. And his eyes are just
I know
like
that's like
this
his that's like his puppy dog face, but he's like,
big. He's just.
Keep getting better.
fucking love that. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber also like a lot of just, I have a big love for like action, sci-fi, horror stuff from like the 80s and 90s and stuff like Terminator 2. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
And like stuff like that really shaped me because like it's a very classic type of movie. Like it's amazing, it's so well made, but it's very like classic. Like it's
Yeah.
just like the style of action, the storytelling, it's just so like iconic. Like stuff like that really made me want to get into filmmaking and like be able to make amazing shit like that.
I guess that's a big one too. It's stuff that shaped you into wanting to do what you're doing
Yeah.
now, which
Yeah.
for you
Goonies,
guys
man.
is Goonies for
Goonies.
you.
Yeah.
Fucking Goonies.
Yeah.
Love the
the
Goonies.
Great
How did that shape you?
I just watched it and I was like, wow, people can make things like this, and it's so
Yeah.
magical and it's so like adventurous. I mean, I watched it obviously years after it came out for the first time, but it was still just so like, I want to go on an adventure like this, you know?
It holds up.
Yeah.
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 And just basically, I guess, just like the feeling that you get from it, from watching stuff like that, and like, it's like, oh, I want to make things that make people feel good.
Is that
which
something you go back to all the time?
I like to watch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that and Dumb and Dumber. I love Dumb and Dumber. It's
Yeah?
like one of my favorite movies for sure.
I think I've only seen it once.
Oh god, you need to watch it. Don't watch the fucking Dumb and Dumber.
Do you guys want me to quote the whole movie?
Yeah,
Yes,
why don't we
please.
do a full rendition,
Okay.
start to finish, with you as every character?
There you go.
All right, opening credits.
I don't know that part. But okay. Hi, excuse me. I have a lecture to get to, and I'm running late. My driver is getting a little bit lost. Do you know where the university is? Yes, it goes right up this way, and then you take a right. That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey? Austria. Austria! Well, let's, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Let's not. She leaves.
All right.
And then my favorite part.
Dude,
And scene.
That was beautiful.
you should be a
Beautiful.
Foley artist. You're amazing at the sound
It
effects.
was good.
I didn't hear a single thing.
I would say games though. I didn't think of a video game. I thought of a
yeah.
board game.
Oh, I guess the question says games. My bad. For some
Well,
reason
you
was-
fucked it up. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yes, because I always wanted to be the bank.
Oh.
Oh, you're one of those people.
And I
You're one of those people.
I was just yelling.
what's it supposed to mean?
I was one of those people too.
Yeah?
So I know what that means. That means you like to be in control of everyone around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and also I just care about money.
Yeah. Well,
I love
you're
about money.
very interested in finance.
Yeah, I care a lot about money, and I think Monopoly.
Do you care a lot about money?
Care a lot about money. I don't know if you knew, but I care a lot about
Do you care a lot about?
money.
Ah.
But yeah, we would play it all the fucking time and just get into the worst fights, like cousins and brothers. and
Monopoly fights are no joke.
They're
they're real.
They
Yeah.
really do ruin.
Well, it's a 3 to 4 hour game you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it gets heated.
Did you guys ever play Risk?
Yeah, I love Risk.
That
forgot
is
how to
like a
play Risk.
4 or
That
5
game
hour
is
game.
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
when it
I don't think I
gets
ever
down to it.
played Risk properly though.
No?
To be honest, yeah, because I like skimmed the directions and then I would get into it, and whoever I'd be playing with who would be playing the first time also, I'd like teach them my way of playing. So I don't think I've ever played Risk properly.
It's a fun game.
It is fun.
But I played that when I was really young, which makes me feel like I wasn't doing it properly.
There was a TV show called South of Nowhere on the N.
Noggin.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of the N?
Is that Noggin?
It was a channel that your high school, the TV show that about your high school came out on.
Oh, Degrassi?
Yeah, that one. It was a South of Nowhere.
I went to
It's-
Degrassi.
She went to
Did you really?
Degrassi High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in Canada
school.
did.
Yeah, there's only one high school in Canada.
Canada High, where we get straight A's.
Hey, all right.
funny.
Anyway,
Thanks.
so you're funny.
She went, you're funny.
Don't touch me.
And she touched me with 2 fingers.
Solid.
It's worth 2 fingers.
It's
What's worth a 5-finger touch?
I don't know actually.
That's 4.
Forgotten that.
There you go.
couldn't count.
But yeah, it was just a real gay TV show about two little lesbians in Ohio.
Was that, you watched that before you came out?
Oh yeah, I was like a freshman in high school, I think. And I was like,
What is this?
girls are hot. Or like that. I'm gonna go into my basement late at night and watch this show. I'm not gonna tell my parents.
See, I used to do that at 11 p.m. at night. I used to watch Channel 11 at 11 because there was like, staticky boobs that I was able to see.
Just
And I was
staticky
like,
boobs that
I
you're
was like
into.
9 or 10 years old. I was trying to see things that I should.
I remember like staying up late because I had a TV in my room. Lucky boy.
Oh my God.
And I would stay up late
Fucking
to where
privileged.
they would do like paid programming, and like every once in a while there'd be a Girls Gone Wild commercial,
Whoa.
and like it would be censored, but it was still like as close as I got. So.
Yeah. Well, you would see
Boobies.
the
Thank you.
act of clothes coming up.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
One time I did a sexual Mad Lib on the internet, and I accidentally printed it out. But it didn't. Wait, no.
You gotta go through multiple steps to print something. Like,
Accidentally.
Okay,
going to
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't accidentally print it out, but I tried to print it out so I could have it for myself later, and it didn't print out. And I turned the computer off, and then the next day my mom turned it on,
And it
and it
printed?
printed out. She was so mad.
Wait, what is a sexual? Okay, Mad Libs is like when you fill in. It's like now
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Was it like
Action
a
here.
sexy scenario where you had to fill in your own?
Yeah, it was like a
wants and
sexy
desires?
scenario, and I was putting in like the crush that I had at the time, so my mom knew it was me.
Peter Parker.
Who else could it have
Peter
been?
Parker ripped my clothes off with his web.
Well, I only have a brother, so it couldn't have been him.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was like, Don't do that. That's
parents
weird.
Watch
Watch
gotta
porn.
know.
Do
Watch
anything
porn,
normal.
idiot.
Yeah.
Don't try to actually fantasize that you're
making up the details.
I did. Dude, I took so long to watch porn. I used to read. I would only read like erotic
Dude, a lot of.
literature. I don't know why I like that so much.
I'm about to say
more.
something
Yeah.
that you might not agree with. I think a lot of girls do that.
I actually think
Read
so
erotica,
too.
because
I've
Lauren
talked
used to do
lot
that
people
too.
like yeah.
Like that's what she
Because
like
there's
started
girls
doing.
that you
It's like-
know read erotica, so
No, like when they first get into like
It's true. I don't
porn
know.
and shit, like they don't watch porn. Like
Porn's
when a
just
kid,
kinda
you
gross
you
sometimes.
immediately go to the worst fucking porn.
there's a lot of I think also like fan fiction and stuff, or
Yeah.
a lot of like younger people
God.
tend to get into. I enjoy reading it. I've never purchased erotica though. I've read some
mean-
stuff on the internet.
That's what I mean.
I've seen. I remember when 50 Shades came out. You would just see like
I bought those.
middle-aged house women.
Like in Phyllis in the
Yeah.
office, listening to the audiobook.
Yeah. Phyllis is masturbating.
Put the fucking water on her. And then Andy does it. That's a good show. I like The Office.
No, I used to. I read all 3 books.
Did you? I've not seen a single one or read a single book.
The movies are shit.
Well, isn't it
I
just?
watched them for research.
Oh, okay. Isn't it? It's just Twilight, right? Basically, like that's the whole premise. Was
I've never seen Twilight.
It's Twilight fan fiction.
I don't know. I don't really know the premise of Twilight. It's just like someone's
No,
a
it's a
vampire.
fact. It's Twilight fan fiction.
Oh,
Yeah.
but okay.
The person who wrote 50 Shades, like it started as a fan fiction thing, and then I guess they turned it into a book.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
today I learned.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do, kids.
Just write fan fiction.
Write
Maybe
fan
it'll
fiction,
be
turn
a
to a book.
There you go.
multi-million-dollar
There you go. That's all you need.
book/movie.
That's all you need.
And I'll
Industry.
read them all
Were you?
in my room.
You still into
I'll
the
print them all
reading
out.
your
Yeah,
Mad Libs?
I actually don't.
I'm gonna send you a sexy Mad
Please
Lib.
do. I would love it.
I want to Google it. We should do those on the show.
That would be fun.
Dude, they're
That'd be fun.
disgusting.
Yeah, that'd be a
They're
fun
not
little
like
segment.
sexy.
Poo-poo,
They're fucking
pee-pee.
nasty.
Like what? Like
Well, as a kid, you
I don't
would
even
put
remember.
penis and boobs for all the
I'm gonna look one
answers.
up.
Yeah, you should.
And now you could actually put those in and it would make sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my
Holy
God.
fuck.
it's gonna take me a second.
there it
'cause
goes.
I type slow.
I've had enough of you.
I think my favorite thing.
Oh, they're called adult stories, word blanks. How to use it. Wow, okay, you were right. How to use a tampon for the first time, how to fight butt pimples, and how to hire a prostitute for sex.
Let's
Okay,
do
I
those
was
on
not
the
looking at any
show.
of those.
Those are like instructional.
That's not sexy. How
Let's
to
do
pop a
How to put a
pop a
tampon
pimple.
in. How to pop a puppy pimple.
My crush comes in. He goes, lean over.
Pops my fucking ass.
I pop that pussy for him.
There you go.
And there's fucking blood everywhere.
Oh my god. There you
Well,
go.
I'm honored that we have a lot of.
Sorry, I pulled out my
Thank
lemon
you.
and it's like real.
God, I love you, man.
I love you.
Texas, do you have anything you grew up on that
What did you
changed
grow
your
up
life?
watching?
What did I grow up watching?
Yeah.
So this is gonna date me a little bit, but I was thinking about it. 120 Minutes on MTV. Anybody that watched that show?
Anybody?
Is that just 2 episodes of 60 Minutes?
Exactly. It was. Oh my God, you're amazing. No, actually, it was on like at 11 or 12 on MTV, and it was just like alternative. It was like it was right after Alternative Nation with Kennedy. It was like Matt Penfield was like the guy. It was like all rock music, and
I don't know
I would
any
just.
of these.
Are those
I know.
people all
It's-
dead?
They're probably all dead. It was the 90s, so I would just stay up really late, like before school. I'd be like watching all, like trying to watch like all the old music and stuff, and so that's kind of turned me into my little angsty 90s grunge wearing.
Grunge.
Pearl Jam loving, you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
self. But yeah, so that. But as I aged, then it turned into it kind of turned into my next one would be Absolutely Fabulous.
Okay.
If you've ever seen that show, it's a British comedy. So
Yeah, I've heard
Jennifer
of it.
Saunders.
There's actually a few people who recommended that to me.
It's
saying I would really like it.
ridiculously hilarious. So as I got older, but yeah, when I was younger, probably the grunge, 120 Minutes, and then yeah, Absolutely Fabulous. So
Good to know.
you should check those shows out.
A
if
little
you haven't
insight
seen
into
them. So-
Texas.
I know, into my little world. So
Exactly.
Thanks, man.
eating that lemon, darling. Here you go.
Well,
Good snack.
I'm very honored that we are very lucky enough to meet a lot of people who watch our show and say that it's helped shape them
Yeah.
and teach them a lot about sexuality and relationships and all kinds of things that we talk about, which is like a huge honor.
That's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's cool.
people, you know, on our subreddit or like in like private messages and shit will say that, and it's like,
Well, we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about us.
good.
What? How does our show teach people about sexuality?
I'm just saying
Or
like
just
the
anything.
inspiration,
inspiration,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Like it's
That's
cool to
You
inspire
are
people.
inspired by
I
what
think
you do.
inspiring people is like one of the driving forces
Yeah.
in life. Being able to inspire someone.
I think especially for you guys because
in many different ways. Like
you were. I mean, just I can imagine being younger and then watching that and it's like, that's just a group of friends with a camera. I can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a thing about paying it forward. Like you watched those things as a kid or as a teenager or whatever, and it inspired you to do that, and then people are just getting inspired by you doing that, and it's just going to keep going forward and forward.
That's like one of my favorite things that we get. We obviously get a lot of people writing into the show, for advice or whatever. But we do get a lot of people who are just like, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
And like those emails, they're always like, wow, you didn't have to do that. But
We
it's
should
so
print those out along with our sexy Mad Libs and hang them up on the wall.
there we
There's
go.
three.
Oh my God, my mom's gonna ground me.
She still has the power to ground you.
Dude, yeah, I have
You're
a Mexican
free.
mom.
Oh, never
She
mind.
locks you
She'll
in your
ground
room.
me for the rest of my life.
I was gonna say you're free, but you're
I'm
never
not free. No.
My mom, I went to Mexico City with my parents this past week, and we were walking. We were in like this market near a hotel, and they were like trying to figure out some business transaction with this lady they wanted to buy some artwork from. And I was like, hey, I'm just like, well, you guys figure this out. I'm gonna walk over to the hotel. I'll see you guys there. And my mom was like, do you want us to walk you there? Do you want us? And I was like, bitch, I'm 26 years old. Like, no, I'm good.
She was
Thanks.
like,
That's
"Don't
when you
call
go,
me
yes,
bitch."
please.
She smacked you
And she
upside the
fucking
head.
beat me with a bat.
No, and then we'd be like walking down the street, and she'd be like holding my dad's hand, and then she'd like reach out to get my hand, and I'm like, no.
So cute, dude. That's
adorable.
exactly my
No,
mom too.
and then I would hold her hand.
Yeah, Mexican moms just love you so much.
They do.
It's overwhelming
Yeah.
and the worst.
Oh,
but it's
so
also
difficult.
Great.
No, it is. No, I had a bunch of friends who were like, you should cut the cord. Your mom calls you too often. I'm just like, I'm sorry, your mom doesn't love you.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Your mom changed your room into an office, Anna. All right, as soon as you left, so get over it.
Fuck you, Anna. All right, well, before we move on to our final segment of the day, we're going to thank Daily Harvest for sponsoring this episode of Always Open. We've all seen a mouth-watering healthy smoothie on Instagram or Pinterest and thought, that's the kind of thing I should be eating. But who has time to make that every day? Wouldn't it be great if you could get those picture-perfect nutrients without having to hit the farmer's market and chop up a million fruits and veggies? Now you can get all your superfoods super fast with Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest sends superfoods straight to your door with your choice of smoothies, activated breakfast bowls, or nice cream vegan sundaes. I love that it's a pun. It's my favorite part. Each single serving cup comes ready to blend or heat. Their produce is organic and unrefined and looks as amazing as it tastes. You can actually see all of the whole ingredients when you open the cup. Daily Harvest freezes all their ingredients at peak freshness, sealing in their nutritional value. Preparing each cup is insanely easy. Just add water, or if you're feeling fancy, you could substitute other liquids like coconut or almond milk. Go to daily-harvest.com and enter the promo code OPEN to get 3 items for free off your first box. That's promo code OPEN for 3 free Daily Harvest cups at daily-harvest.com, daily-harvest.com. Get your free items. Get your healthy on. Eat your smoothies.
Super fresh, super fast.
Super fruit, super fresh.
Super fruity.
Super fruity, fruit.
There are some fruits.
We should be writers for this company.
Mm-hmm.
Super fresh, super food.
Don't.
Just without the tip.
This is
What?
Sorry, I've had 18 margaritas.
That's your first Bloody Mary.
I like right before we started the show, James was like, how much could I drink? And we're like, however much.
And then Texas, the second I take the last sip, he's got it ready.
Yep.
Yep.
Each stronger than the last.
Yep. That's how it
He
is
knows
here.
how to get them done.
We've never had an episode where we've gotten totally hammered.
No,
It'll
we
be the
haven't.
first.
Usually we
Should we?
Oh.
There's been
It's
some.
Decided.
I think you could tell the ones that we get a little bit tipsy on where the ad reads are a little bit slurry.
Yeah, my problem is I start to need to pee. The more liquid I put in my, then I like stop drinking. 'Cause
We should
like,
just do shots then.
like right now I have to pee.
No.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to our last question.
Should we take a shot though?
You want to take a shot?
We'll do
Take
one.
a shot.
We'll do one for the post show,
Okay.
Okay.
right before the post show.
Here.
All right. So we have a.
It's fine. I'm good.
So this is our box of issues. We have tons of people right into the show looking for some help.
advice.
Or advice. So this one comes from an anonymous female who's 22.
What's your name?
Blade.
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 Blade writes, my straight as an arrow boyfriend of 7 years has recently told me, his bisexual girlfriend, he has a bit of a crush on a male coworker. He says that he doesn't really feel the overwhelming urge to do the nasty with the guy, but would be open to experimenting if the guy was down. And I've seen them interact, he totally is. I'm totally cool with this. My boyfriend was there for me during my own period of discovering myself, and I want him to be able to explore this part of himself with all the love and support that I did. My issue actually lies in the way they interact. My boyfriend is generally a creature of extremes, an all-or-nothing kind of guy. He's either in it as an occasional hookup partners who have no other social or meaningful interactions, no post-coitus cuddles, or he is head over heels in love / extremely affectionate and esteem. I don't know what this says, sorry. And when I see them interacting, it's obvious to me which way my boyfriend is leaning. He kind of speaks in all 5 love languages, constantly, and I could see them all kicking in. I don't feel threatened by this other guy, but I don't know how I feel about a multi / poly relationship. I wouldn't want it to be all of us and not just 2 people sharing the third person, but I don't quite see it happening for me and the other guy. Any advice on how to handle this? Oh boy.
Not a word of advice. Sorry.
Well,
One thing. Well, we might as well end the show. Thank you.
Thank you. for
goodbye.
watching.
Goodbye. we
So-
should read a question one day. And
So
just
we
end
have
it.
the girlfriend who's bisexual.
Yes.
And
Blade.
has a boyfriend who was very supportive of her while she was going through her self-discovery.
Right.
Bloody Marys. And then we got the boyfriend here who is now saying that he's crushing on a guy. But apparently the girlfriend is noticing that he's very much into the guy,
Right.
and she feels threatened,
Feels threatened.
but not necessarily about
yeah.
how the...
I don't think she's afraid that her boyfriend will leave her. I think she's just afraid of how deep his feelings are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like she's definitely like open to the idea of an open relationship and something along that line, but I'm not sure. It sounds like you guys just need to communicate, and like if you're not okay with him, like if you'd be okay with him like sleeping with other people, but you wouldn't be okay with him like getting feelings for other people, you just need to talk about that, because open relationships are really hard to navigate.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of talking to each other.
That's
end-
the answer.
There you go.
At the end,
Communication.
at the end, she writes she would want it to be all of them and not just 2 people sharing the third
And
person.
she said she's not like feeling him, right?
Yeah, and she said that she doesn't think it's going to happen for her and the other guy.
Yeah. Well.
So I think it's from the sounds of it, she wouldn't feel comfortable if it was like her boyfriend, and then this other guy sharing the boyfriend like that.
Yeah, I mean, an important part, like if you're gonna try anything open beyond just like one of you sleeping with other person, you all have to be into each other. So like, if you don't want to share with one person because you're not also into him, then you just shouldn't. And like, if he
Yeah.
respects your boundary, if your boyfriend respects your boundaries, then you shouldn't have an issue.
Honestly, it sounds a bit to me like as open as you want to be and as supportive as you want to be, you want your boyfriend for you.
Yeah.
And I think that you should go with that. It's one thing to be supportive and always be supportive, but at the end of the day, your feelings matter 100%. So
Yeah.
it sounds to me like that's not going to work out. You have to just, you and your boyfriend have to,
Yeah. If she's already kind of jealous and worrying about it before anything has
before
even happened,
anything even happen, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
probably a red flag. But I do understand the desire to be there for him, especially when he was very open and understanding
Right,
of
you wanna
her
be
going
fair.
for her discovery.
Did she say that she did they have an open relationship? Was she like sleeping
I
with
mean,
other people before?
it sounds like, because it sounds like he let her sleep with other people, and and she's down to let him also sleep with other people. And she also says she's not threatened by him.
It's more of the way they
It's
interact.
more just like, I think what she's saying is that were they to enter a poly relationship, she's not into him. So she doesn't see it happening for the 2 of them, but like she sees how into him her boyfriend is. But that's bad if like you're not also that into that person, because then it's going to be like imbalanced, you know.
The problem is too, if her boyfriend is having these feelings and she feels uncomfortable with it and like says like, I'm not comfortable with this, like I prefer if you don't do this, he might feel like he's constantly asking what if and questioning this side of himself without actually discovering it one way or the other, and that could also affect their relationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's okay with him having sex with other people. She's not okay with the feelings
Sounds like
part.
it.
It
what
sounds
seems
like it. She says she doesn't know how she feels about a multi/poly relationship.
Yeah. So that's the problem, right? Because obviously, like, she's okay with the openness of like sleeping with other people, but she doesn't want him to be in a relationship with someone else, and that's where she
Yeah.
feels like this is going.
She said he would be open to experimenting with the guy if he's down, which she thinks he is. And she said, I'm totally cool with this.
Yeah.
Which also might just be her trying to convince herself that she's okay
Yeah.
with it.
Right.
I don't think it's an easy answer. I think it's going to take a lot of self kind of reflection
Yeah.
and seeing what you actually are okay with versus what you want to be okay with.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're going to want to be okay with things, but it doesn't mean that you will be or even should be, just depending on who you are as a person.
Yeah. Some people try to be like the cool girlfriend.
And
or
super
like,
open and stuff, but
Yeah,
like
like,
you
oh, I'm fine
can't
with
force
it.
like openness if you're not like open to that, even though you might say that you are. And again, I don't know if you actually are or not, but maybe just find out exactly what you want and be okay with feeling the way that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Just talk
Definitely.
to each other. That's like really the only thing you can do. Just communicate and respect each other's boundaries. And if your boundaries are different, if your needs and wants are different, then you're not going to work out anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I also understand the fear. They've been together for 7 years, and
That's a
she's
long time.
22, so I guess.
Well, I think that's also
15.
long enough that if, oh yeah, shit, that's young.
Yeah. I mean, starting to date someone at 15, people are still discovering things about themselves at that age.
It always blows my mind when I find people who are like, oh, we met this young, we've been married forever.
Yeah. And I think if you're comfortable with it, you could let him explore this side of him.
Yeah, I think you should. I mean, especially if he gave that to you too. Like, I think it would be wrong to be like, well, you can't do it, even though I got to do it.
Yeah.
But you also have to make sure that it's within the boundaries of what you're
Yeah.
comfortable
I would
with.
say set up boundaries for sure before any of this happens.
Yeah, definitely.
You just sit that boy down and be like, excuse me, are you in love with this person, or do you just want to get your dick wet?
And maybe he just wants to get his dick wet.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to get a little sucky.
A little sucky sucky.
Who knows?
Maybe he just wants to get into some sexual Mad Libs with this man. Some space dicks.
Literally.
Yeah.
He just wants a space dick, and we're over here reading into it.
That's all he wants. That's all he wants,
I
James.
believe it's called docking.
No, isn't docking when
Docking is this.
it goes
What
one
is
in the
docking
other?
is this.
It like goes into the other, right?
Oh, in the urethra.
Docking is when you put something in your urethra, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think proper docking is putting a penis into your urethra.
Is that possible?
Can it fit?
No. God, no.
Try. Just
to make
Unnatural.
That's a natural, yeah.
Yeah. All
Everything
right.
else
Well,
is-
any last words? Just good luck.
Talk to your boyfriend.
Yeah, talk to each other.
Figure it out, see what is really going on
Yeah.
there, because until he gives you a straight answer, you can just be in your head all the time and thinking
And,
about it.
and you guys been together for 7 years.
Yeah.
And you obviously love your other significant.
Significant other?
You obviously love each other. So believe in that. Believe in the love you have for each other, and know that that's more important and stronger than any other bullshit.
Yeah. And I would hope after 7 years you guys know how to communicate and be honest with each other and just keep that going forward, especially in such a time of change.
Yeah.
Totally.
It'll work out.
Yeah.
Just be hopeful.
All right. Well, good luck, anonymous female or Blade.
See you, Blade.
As you guys called her. If you have a question for us on Always Open, you could email us alwaysopen@roosterteeth.com. James knows it. What is it?
Was that you, James, who sent that in?
They call me Blade.
He's Blade.
Blade.
I'm a 22-year-old.
Yeah, send us your dating
22-year-old
profiles,
Blade.
questions,
Questions,
advice,
shots,
shots.
your thanks, whatever you want to
Gonna
do.
Yeah, some nudies.
Just-
Don't do that.
Find yourself on the edge
Keep going. Keep going. You got it.
of
ecstasy.
ecstasy.
Dude, James and
James and
Kib
Kib
do
do
this
this
all the fucking time, and I
hate
hate
it.
Holy shit. They'll just like sit and look at each other, and they'll
just
try to
sort of
say the
this
thing that the
the
other person is saying, and it's so fucking annoying. And I'm gonna kill you right now.
I want to try it. I want to try it.
This is a great way to end the show.
So,
I walked into the room. There were
with
mummies everywhere. But the
this-
thing is,
fucking laughing too hard, dude.
okay, do it. I'll do it to you.
No, I'll do
It's
it
funner
to
for
you.
me to do it.
Oh my God, Toxin!
No.
Is he sending you more?
Enough.
I wanted to know too.
No!
Jesus.
Dude, I'm having a fucking panic attack.
Okay. Well, on that note,
End the fucking show.
James Autumn, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
And our
Very
friendly
fun.
NM, as always.
Always happy to be here.
Our friendly neighborhood enema.
I don't
I
know
love
how you
it.
drink.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kill it.